Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land to the Eyebrow stream. I hope you're all having a fantastic time. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this grade A content that you are experiencing right now. And of course, if you want to check us out live, you can see me make an ass of myself, out of myself every, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, most days. You can check us out over at twitch.tv/ProDMJoey, and you can follow along the story over there. If you're interested in joining any of our games like this one, then you should reach out and be sure to let me know. We have open slots available that open up periodically as well, so you never know when one of these are going to be suitable for you. So, you all go to sleep. I believe everybody was staying at Gray's house, or else Cade and Galen are going to be walking 3 hours back home, which puts you 2 hours before sunrise.
Galen was staying at Gray's. Cade, I think, went back to his fancy hotel.
Oh. Alrighty, so Cade, you're going to be having a late start to the morning because there's no way you're functioning off 2 hours of sleep. Not with your nobility. But anyways, morning rolls around, everybody. You wake up one by one, stretching, and starting your day. As you're all rising awake, you do hear a loud amount of work happening right outside your rooms. A lot of banging, shifting, throwing, a stray curse word or two being thrown around as well.
I'll crawl out from underneath the bed and see what's going on.
Right. You know there was a U-sized bed, right?
Yeah, I like to sleep under and tucked into the corner.
Okay.
And you know you can start using a bed now, Flea, right?
Yeah,
Or would you rather we just slide something up under there for you? We could brace mine
Ooh.
up a bit.
That would be like a little cubby.
Like
we
can put a hollow and put the mat down there and have
that
it
would be-
right on the ground.
That would be great, and then maybe we can put like a fake me in the bed. So if someone comes along, we just get
Are
the
you
straw man.
expecting someone to
No, it's an idea.
always
But
prepare?
yeah. But yeah, if we can do a little cubby under there, and that'd be great.
How much more work is being done inside of this place? I'm gonna start putting stuff on and look out and see what's going on.
You see, what the fuck was his name again? The halfling guy?
Longy.
Longy. I can't remember his name. It just doesn't.
Because he's short.
Yeah. Oh, wait, we never even did the recap. Fuck.
No, we didn't.
Morning, y'all. Please, tell us what happened last session.
We just went straight into it.
Lee was just like, I'm staying quiet.
I'm rolling with it.
Yeah.
Last time on Pyramid Inc., we managed to fix the cart after the attack, but the squeak came back. As we made camp for the night, we found a ginger furbolg. He was a traveling merchant named Mossy Rose, pulling a cart of random goods. We ogled some of his goods, and Gray helps him stay up to harvest the bulele leather. There's a yo-yo, which was a magical melee weapon. There was a perfume that supposedly attracted fey creatures. And Gray got a deck of fortune. The next morning, we made our way down the road and noticed that there are logs jammed into a trunk at an angle. I changed into a squirrel. Flea changes into a squirrel to get closer. Some things happened. We ended up fighting Rob and his hoods. And then at the end, after trapping, we made a deal. They live, but we get payment and the box of jewels. Rob, however, refuses to turn over the box once he realizes we are going after this box for Gibbs. we reached an impasse where Gray wanted to steal the contents of the box, while Cade, the good kind sir, wanted to fulfill the contract as made. We tried to find a way that would fit everyone, and we agreed to tell the Hoods about the next shipment as a trade for getting the gems. Cade and Rob talked politics and about rapier styles. Then we ended up leaving once the box was packed up, and we made our way back. As we got to the docks, Uncle Fred, who is fishing, Flea decides to sneak into the water and turn into a giant shark, and then jump out of the water and pull at the fish hook as if Uncle Fred had caught a fish and it was a giant shark. Anyway, we end up making our way onto Matey's ship, the people that we had met before that we sold out here. And when we arrive, we make our money, and then we go back to the pyramid. Stairs have been installed, and the rubble is cleared away. Longy has a lavish room. There's a large mortuary inside with an autopsy table and jars. Chest by the table as well with Gray's tools. There are 2 signs being made. Terrific guy and terrific other guy. That's not what they really said. With single beds, both of them were for Flea and Forest.
Tweedledee and Tweedle Dumbass.
And in the other room, there's a greenhouse with dirt and sunlight. And that we then go to sleep. Galen spends the night sleeping here, and Cade decides to walk back to his magnificent hotel. And then we wake in the morning to pounding noises.
And this conversation.
Yes.
As the 2 of you are getting dressed, Longy steps into your room, pushing a wheelbarrow with a handful of tiny planks of wood, and then stops. Oh, you guys are back.
Seem so unhappy that we're back.
Well, I was hoping to get some fucking work done, but yeah, whatever.
Oh, so if we died, that'd allow you to do more work.
Yeah, probably.
Well, yeah, because you'd be building the boxes.
True, yeah.
True. So why are you in our room?
Well, he dumps the wheelbarrow full of all of these different wooden planks, dirt, and other things. I was planning on clogging up a little hole that was made back over here so you don't end up getting a little bit of a leak next time it rains in this area. And I was planning on constructing a little cubby space underneath your bed because your brother's a fucking... Yeah.
He's what?
Swell fella.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You know,
so y'all can take care of this, right? Takes the wheelbarrow and goes out.
Oh my god.
It's in the middle of your room. You can't even easily get over it. You have to step on it to get over it.
Hang on. Do I have catapult?
Don't kill the halfling.
I don't have catapult. It's fine.
Okay.
I was gonna launch everything out of the room.
I was waiting to hear a wee.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You said I could launch my brother.
Yeah, your brother, because he's willing.
Mm-hmm.
So long as you cast it at a high enough level to launch him.
Sorry, I don't know why that got posted there.
Me neither. But anyways, yeah, he dumps all the goods in there. But yeah, if you don't want me to get in your way, feel free to do it yourself. Gray, you've had to listen to this entire interaction. Galen, you hear the shouting, which finally wakes you up as well.
Gray's in the corner, mixing things into, a teapot, and she's just like, whatever you need to do, Longy.
Yeah.
I miss coffee.
You're all back. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Goes over to the room that Galen's staying in, the morgue, where you're lying on the cold, solid stone slab that's slightly angled downwards, so fluids flow into a trough that is around it. And he looks at you and... Gray, is this one yours, or...
No, he's alive still.
Okay.
Galen raises his hands like he's Frankenstein or something. Oh.
Gray, I do have one question for you. There appears to be a weird thing underneath this area. He comes walking out into the main room, pulls at a system of rope, which slowly lifts up one of the large bricks, the sand-like bricks, out of the floor, and he points down. There's a whole bunch of these like little grooves that go all over this area underneath the pyramid. Do you know what that is? Roll a history check.
Great.
How big are the grooves? Jiro?
Only about 3 inches wide and about two inches deep.
Do we see him doing this?
He's not hiding anything, but yeah.
I don't have a clue.
No, you don't.
Can I just look over Longy as he's doing this?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering. Since he's just doing this out in the open.
Anyone have any idea about what this thing is?
19.
Forrest, yeah, that's like rudimentary plumbing. Well, rudimentary as gravity.
It'll allow liquids to leave our building. Like plumbing.
Flea says, groovy. And then I turn into a small little mouse. And I'm going to go...
I hate you so much.
Oh my god.
One counter goes up.
And I'm going to go just exploring just a little bit. Not too far. I don't want to get lost. But
All right, give me a survival check.
Cast light on a mouse?
Not technically.
Okay.
you could put a collar
Ogan,
around
don't
it.
encourage this bullshit. No.
Oh my god.
Survival.
24.
Okay. You climb down into it, and then you start like crawling through the groove itself, going through a little tiny mouse maze within this area, and you start discerning that there are some open cracks between some of the stone slabs or the sandstone slabs, and they seem big enough so that if liquid was to get in, it would drip down into these grooves. And you start discerning the locations of about 3, 4, 5, 6 in total, where these little drain grooves can be.
Okay. I will head back up top, but stay in my cute little mouse form.
Yeah. Come on, just climb up. It's fine.
I'm up and all.
Well, that'll be handy for
Oh, he doesn't tell you. He's still a mouse.
No,
Yeah,
I mean I'm
someone
just
else.
saying like the from before, from what Forrest said. That'll be handy to for cleaning up after.
Oh, blood could leave. Urine.
So that
You
means you
think
just
that's all that's in there?
you think you just piss in a corner then, and then it just drains out.
Well, no, that's the job for you to build a bathroom. So I guess just find wherever it goes, and
Yeah, I know just the room.
that'd be quite convenient, honestly, if we have our own bathroom in there. So thank you for that.
I'm gonna crawl in Forrest's pocket, one of his pockets.
All right, so Longy is going to build just a toilet, no walls, no doors, or anything, in the middle of your room, right
That's
beside
fine.
your bed.
There's plenty of wood and other utilities to use there along it. And since you're in there, just go ahead and do everything else that you said needed to be fixed. Thank you.
He looks over at you, Gray. I quit. And begins walking out.
No, not Longy.
You don't pay me enough to deal with that asshole.
What if I made you tea?
Oh, wow. A whole cup of tea?
And how much would it be to compensate you for building the bathroom?
I want another 5 gold a week. You got the
Stairs.
money. You've been paying for all of this shit.
Yeah, and I also I'm gonna go pay the taxes today too, so there's that. And then 5 gold a week.
Additional 5 gold a week. You've already been paying me 12. Or you can find someone else to do everything.
That's it for us. You're gonna be helping me earn that extra gold, and you got it, Lonnie, because I care.
Yep.
Which is like delivered in like the flattest way possible.
Yeah. Still not gonna fix their room, and just walks out. He is a
Luckily, we have
union
some-
worker, okay? He doesn't have to deal with your bullshit.
Luckily, we have wood and stuff, so now I can start making like really nice charcoal. So I appreciate him doing that. He's really thinking ahead for me. I needed more stuff to do experiments, anyways. So he actually shows he cares, Gray.
You
Deep
realize that like if he had half a chance, he'd murder you in your sleep, right? Or
Yeah.
would build a wall around you so that you couldn't get out.
As he's climbing the stairs.
Surprisingly, as long as like I might be all right. You'd be surprised. I have Flea that sleeps under my bed. If anything happens, he'll hear and like attack them.
Well, now you're no longer getting your little sleep shelf.
Well, you realize that like I can hear Flea snoring all night long.
He has sleep apnea. Leave him alone, all right?
Well, no, I mean I'm just saying you can't count on him being awake to jump somebody because he sleeps really soundly.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, I can even hear him if he's like a mouse and sleeping and snoring. It's that loud.
His teeth start chittering a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he asleep right now?
Yeah, I'm sleeping.
Well,
Just a little some
speaking of
scratches.
that 5 gold a week extra, mister, that you're costing me now, which is like what 10 times like the rent that you've paid.
I got you a whole new place.
Okay, you had me there. But I do need to, one, go pay those taxes so we can stay in said place, and two, we need to go earn a little bit more
Money,
so that I
yeah.
can.
How
Hey,
much is he
Longy.
paying for you for rent?
It's what, gold a week for the two of you?
We were just working. I thought. Flea
It's gold a week.
Felician was helping in the shop. How about
That's
5?
right.
You can do for the both of us 5 gold a week. Yeah.
It might be probably cheaper. I can give you 2 gold. You can get rid of them, and I'll have their room.
I don't think Cade would be quite happy to know that his best friend was leaving him. I'll let him know that you wanted to move out.
He knows I wasn't all that thrilled with his fancy
Or you
place.
both could rent from me and I can make more.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to make another room for me then, I guess.
Oh, I guess just another thing for Longy to do.
But seriously, wouldn't you much rather just get rid of him and give me the room?
It's tempting.
Hmm.
But then again, some of his experiments are interesting. So I think, like I said, I'll keep you both. And
Reasonable.
Longy comes walking back in, carrying a long rope that's attached up over the stairs, and like hands it to you, Gray. Start pulling that, please, and then walks back up the stairs.
Okay. Pulls.
Alrighty. It's pretty heavy. Like kind of hefty, whatever you're pulling.
Galen.
Sure. Sure.
And
Yeah.
Logie. Do we
Yeah.
have enough room for another room?
Yeah.
Here, and I hand him 15 gold.
Wait, I'm in the middle of doing something. Just put it on the table. I'll be there in a second. Keep it away from
I'll
the
put it-
mouse.
I'll
I'm gonna
put
start-
it
I'm
on
gonna
your
start pouring tea.
your stuff over here.
Yeah.
So I put it
pouring
in his
tea.
room.
As you're pulling the rope, eventually you see this large, long plank of wood that looks about like 4 feet wide and about 5 feet long. Comes drifting up towards a little pulley that he had set up. He goes, "All right, stop. Cool.
Stop.
All right, give me an athletics check just to hold it."
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. Let's see, athletics. Close that screen. Athletics.
10. Your arms
Yeah.
are going to start feeling a burn. But he moves the rope that everything is attached to off of that little pulley, which immediately causes your rope to become much lighter. And then he sets up a second rope and moves it onto that rope with a little hook and brings the second rope down and starts grabbing yours, tying it, and shifts the two ropes as this large wooden board comes down here, filled with about 10 varieties of different herbs.
What is this for?
My shipment?
Yeah, it's just part of your shipment. It's going to take me 2 more goes to get everything.
Yay!
That staircase is fucking terrible. I hate it. I might build myself a small downhill ramp, like a slide. Yeah.
I'm just sipping on tea, sitting down.
Is that my glass?
It says number 1, no. So yes, it is yours.
It's really good tea.
Yeah.
Mm.
Isn't it? Isn't it? Uh-huh.
I didn't want it to get cold. It was just already poured and.
Uh-huh.
And you guys seem to have it handled completely fine.
Mm.
He does the same system about 2 more times, and it does bring in a good amount of herbs that you can utilize. He even tied up a pulley system up towards the roof of the pyramid, and he shows you how it works, kind of like candelabra style, where like you have a sconce that you tie the rope around. If you loosen the rope, you can lower down this large shipment of herbs, and he points out to you, yeah, if you bring it up to that height, it should get daylight for about 2/3 of the day, enough to sustain them, and then you can bring them back down here, and it's out of the way of everybody. And not to mention, if a jackass bothers you too much, you can just cut the rope and drop it on their head. You know, that might be really fun.
Or I could just poison my tea and heal myself, and then.
That's true, yeah.
And if you drop it on his head, he can't pay rent.
Oh, I never said him. Looks directly at Forrest.
I think we all do.
I'm sorry, what was going on?
Mm-mm. Nothing, just talking shop.
But yeah, so you keep everything hung up there. You're gonna have to manually lift it and lower it your damn self, though. I can't figure out a way to make it automated. Not really. That you'd have to talk to my cousin Shorty. Figure that one out.
Uh-huh.
What?
Is that the long and short of it?
I was.
What, are
still
you
doing the
laughing?
counter?
Are you? Yes, I am doing the counter. Gotta give me a second. Damn. What? Are you laughing at my cousin's name? You want to know
No.
why?
No.
Why that's his name?
Because he's
Is
somebody.
he tall for a halfling?
No.
Is it like how do they spell it? Like SHAWTY?
SHORTI.
Oh,
Shorty. He wanted to be a bard while growing up, and he wasn't really good at it. He tried doing this thing. He called it mumble rhyming. It was really terrible.
Interesting. Didn't really pick up, I guess.
No, it's
You know,
stupid.
I may have
It's
heard
terrible.
about him. Does Shorty have those apple bottom jeans?
Nah. But I heard he killed like a couple rabbits, so he'd have boots with fur.
Y'all are trying to get that counter up to 20 awfully fast.
Oh god, I have tears in my eyes already. Ugh.
Oh God, what happened? Something bad happened when we hit 10, didn't it?
Just an encounter. So.
Yeah, we had
the 2 bullets.
bullets. Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 of them. Yeah, Jesus.
It wasn't
Don't worry
Galen's
about
just standing in the corner, rolling his eyes at all the bad puns.
Alrighty, well, you're still gonna need about 200 more gold worth of materials, Gray. That is to do what I was already planning. If you want me to set up another fucking room, you're probably looking at close to 50 gold. And if you need me to get anything else, of course, you're gonna have to pay for that as well. Thank you for the 15. But yeah, we're looking at 250 gold that I need right now.
Right now.
Well, to keep going, I mean, not for anybody else's ears. He climbs like over and like gestures for you to lean down and whispers quietly. Flea, what's your passive?
13?
13?
13.
You won't hear him then. He whispers to you, I mean, technically I could get them to lend the things to me and then I pay them afterwards for a small fee. But that's under the assumption that you'll be paying them within 3 weeks or so. Or you have to pay up front.
Okay. Well, I gotta do the 250 for taxes. But I'm thinking that, I mean, I've kept these guys alive for a little bit. Let's see how much more useful they can be. And I could get the 250 pretty easy after that.
You think you got a few weeks? You'll have it within
a few weeks.
Within a few.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then I'll get him to front it, but you still owe, that amount.
Because we had like a week and a half, and I made 330. So.
Damn.
How much for the extra room?
He raises his eyebrow and looks over at you. About 50 gold to construct it.
How about I cover that, Gray, and you can just pay me back with rent.
Sure.
So it's
Okay.
like 8 months. 8 months worth of rent.
8 months. A gold. Was it a week or a month?
2.
Yeah, you offered 2.
2 gold a week.
No, I know that was for Forrest's room.
I don't know. All I heard was 2 gold a week. That's what I thought I heard.
Same.
Yes, for his room, pointing to Forrest.
Oh, do you want to bunk with Felician?
No, you both. But you're a package staff. Are you both leaving?
We are 2 separate people. Don't just put us
You're a man and a mouse.
We are 2 different people. Look at him.
Longy
stories
just
of mice
laughs
and
at
men.
your face.
Can you tell him right now that he has to? He's sleeping right now. Look at him.
I do one of those big animal sighs that they do when they're sleeping.
Even if it was 2 a month, that's only 16 gold for the here, and
No, it's fine. The 50 will. I've been charging them a gold a week, so the 50 will cover a year's worth of rent.
Okay. And I passed the 50 on to
Longy.
Longy.
Great. Only 200 more then. Awesome. This is going awesome. Fantastic.
So, where you need to go and do this whole pay the tax collector, whatever it is, and then you should also go look at the board and decide what we want to do.
Yeah.
I'm sure Cade will want to be there.
Yeah.
Where is the tax collector's office?
Parlor.
Okay, so we have to go over there anyways.
Yeah. So we'll pick him up after we pay taxes, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do next.
Sounds
Great.
good.
By the way, I'm setting up some stuff in your room for myself while I'm working because it makes no sense for me to travel 2 hours back home every day when I'm just going to be working here all day anyways. Don't touch any of my shit. Thank you.
You're good. I slept in a hammock last night.
Oh, that was more for them.
Oh.
I have no reason to touch your things. None
Yep.
of it seems
Yeah.
interesting.
I never realized that you have so many nice things, huh?
I don't know. Just staring at almost 400 gold that I own.
Ooh, big man, big pockets. Happy for you.
I'm pulling out guano. That's the
It's almost
stashed
like
in my
he's
secret
trying to
pocket.
compensate for something. He says as he's walking back into Gray's room.
I'm pulling out guano real quick and putting a bit of crumbling it up.
You still don't have that spell together?
Oh, no. It's ready now.
Oh.
One day.
Just not inside the pyramid, okay? You've already done enough to my shop.
Actually, the pyramid might be able to take it pretty well.
It's the interior is all wood, thanks.
So it would just burn horribly to death in here.
Mm-hmm.
One of the worst way it goes.
Apparently, yeah. Uh-huh. And, I can only do so much healing. And yeah.
Not to mention, buddy, I'm pretty sure I'm more useful to her than you are at this point, so good luck with that one.
True. We do need people to build stuff.
You do not know fabricate yet.
No, I don't. Now I'm coming up with a way to have Longy be useless here. Time to create a golem. Anti-Longy.
Suddenly stricken with the urge to not move in. But anyways. Yeah.
To the taxes?
Da-da-da-da. So you have to head over towards the you have to head over to the counselor's tower inside of Parlor. This is the location where all of the counselors meet up with one another and stay inside of this city, even if they are from further away locations than Alona herself. And it takes you a couple of hours to walk there, at which point everyone's been awake for 3 hours, so Cade, you are finally waking up.
I'm
And
ready, so it's gonna be another.
You said
hour.
it.
Yep.
You said it took an hour. How long to an hour to get there? 2 hours.
Couple of hours, yeah.
Couple.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm assuming that I don't know. We probably goofed off for about an hour, and then it's 2 hour walk there, and so about the time that we get there, I'm gonna jump out of Forest Pocket and go back to.
Don't worry, I'll stay another hour before Cade gets there.
Good. So as you're walking through this area, all of you notice that there's an increased presence of guards marching around this area. Just a a good quantity of them all across the city. As you've been walking through it with ease. Okay, then they ignore that. So you can.
Sorry, I
I
was
was
taking
writing it down.
notes.
Yeah. Could you repeat that, Drew? I'm sorry.
There's a lot more
We're al-
guards than usual.
Yeah, I was trying to find the guard's name of the one guard that we met.
Oh, Latoff.
Was it Latoff? I didn't know if I'd see him around here.
Latoff is the one that you met. He's the captain, so he handles most things.
Yeah, I didn't know if
Oh,
I see
Uh,
Latoff
I'll-
walking around anywhere.
I'll take a quick listen and see if I can like pick up on any news or anything like that.
All right, roll me a perception check, please.
$13.
Okay. Yeah, not a whole lot, in all honesty. Wait, your perception's only a +4? What?
Yeah, I
The
cleric.
feet. The feet, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what put you up at 19. Yep.
Yeah.
So 13. I mean, there's definitely a heightened anxiety in the streets right now, and people with covered carts are being watched and periodically even stopped to be examined, which would point you in the direction of someone's hiding. And it's enough to make the entire district, or sorry, Alona, a little more on edge.
Hmm.
Are we passing by any guards currently?
Oh yeah, tons.
Can I stop one?
You stop a guard?
I just want to ask a question. Just
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Question.
Yeah.
Seems I don't come to Parlor a lot, but seems like there's a lot more of you than usual.
Yeah, there are.
Why?
There's a minor incident.
Is it safe here still?
Oh, of course. Roll an insight check.
Mm-hmm. 7.
I mean, you trust the guard as much as you ever trusted a guard, so.
Yeah. I just, I came here with so much money. I don't want it to all be gone.
But
It
first
seems like there's a-
recommendation is not to say that out loud.
True.
All right. It just keeps
to-
walking.
What happened? Can you share anything?
There was a block of prisoners that escaped from captivity when they were being transferred out of Olona to Kegada to be sent back to the mainland.
Captivity?
Yes.
It's a
They were
strange way to
captured.
describe prisoners.
Excuse me, common is not my first language.
Oh no, it's fine.
Thank you.
And he just keeps going about his business.
Do you have to antagonize every single being that we come across?
Just a strange way to. It made it seem like they were like creatures being locked up in a prison. What do you say, captive? I'm just saying.
They're,
Captivity. Just.
I mean, yeah, but
Cade's been locked up before. Some
He
people
has.
have had run in the mills of being in prison. Not always because that they fairly deserve to be there.
Yeah, he did hard time.
Mm-hmm. He did do hard time. He probably accidentally drank too much of someone else's wine or something, or tea,
Or murdered someone.
or murdered someone. Yes, we go from one to the other. It's good.
He got drunk and pissed on a guard. That's all there is to it.
wait, you're
Was it? Did the guard? Never mind.
How did he sneak up on the guard to pee on him?
Did he go, I'm going to pee on you now? Is because he calls his shots? I mean, is that
The guard approached us. At one point, the guard was looking to me as I was trying to get him out of trouble, and next thing we know,
Aid was
He's-
shouting left knee.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
he was peeing on the guard's boots, and he cannot hold sticker. What can I say?
I thought I was gonna have a joke or two when I found out what actually happened, but there's nothing I can say that's actually funnier than that.
Wish he wasn't muted right now.
Yeah, if only Cade was here to actually hear the story. I'd tell him all about how I've pissed off guards, but I've never pissed on guards.
Yeah, that would be a new level for you.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So, you all continue traveling until you make it your way over outside of the counselor's building. Gray, that because you live inside of Shisco, that you need to find one of the Baleri counselors who is a representative on the council in Alona, and go to their office in order to make your payment to this area. As your taxes go to Alona, mostly, but a small portion of it also has to go back into the Baleri people. Balari. Oh, wait, not Balari. You're Abakwa. Yeah, no, scratch that one. So, you find your way over to Drognia's office.
Is that in the tower or?
It is at the ground floor of the tower.
Okay.
Yes. So, you go over to Drognia's office, and you see that there is currently an Abakwin woman, very deep, strong, tan skin, wearing very loose-fitted but covering clothes, who's currently throwing a ball in the air, catching it, throwing it, catching it with the back of her hand, and looks bored out of her fucking mind.
Real quick, I don't think that we ever covered this, but Abakwin, is there a language of its own, or is it Elven?
It's mostly its own dialect of Common, Abakwin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll use that. And hi.
Hi.
Got a payment here for you.
They toss the ball, but this time a mage hand catches it and keeps it held in place. They lean forward very reluctantly, pulls out a notebook, slams it on the desk. Name.
Gray.
Surname.
None.
Address.
Gray's Morning in Shisco.
Okay. It says here that you have an outstanding balance of 250 gold.
I have that here.
As well as you are on the docket for a potential suit against you for 120 gold worth of damages.
For...
It says destruction of personal property.
That
A
was
florist shop?
settled.
Oh, well then it might not have processed yet. All right, do you
think
have the goal? What?
I think the real question is, that was a really handy trick you did with the ball. How did you do that?
magic.
Was it hard to learn?
No. I've known that one for about 35 years. And she looks like she might be
wow.
20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it taught to you by your parents, or did you go to school for that?
I learned it from a random traveler. We were escorting them across the desert, and they offered to teach me and my group a little magic as payment since they lost all theirs.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah. And now I'm here as a secretary.
I bet you could make a lot of money, though, with that trick.
Sure.
What happened that caused you to become a secretary?
You know, I'm not really in the mood for making friends today, so if you can give me the money and accept your receipt, y'all can fuck the right off.
Gotcha. Come back tomorrow for the friendship. Gotcha.
Here's the 250.
Thanks. And she does count it out on the counter, 25 stacks of 25, and then scoops it into the bag, writes out a receipt, and hands it over to you. Just post that in your place of business somewhere publicly displayed so that when you are investigated inevitably by one of the guards inside of the area or any of the tax collectors, they will see that you have paid your full taxes up front for the year. Thank you all very much for coming here. I hope that you had a fantastic service. If you would like to leave a review, shove it up your ass, and goodbye.
Also, I just want to mention Gray Morning. They make a lot of tinctures as well, especially for any like injuries to like knees or elbows. May have helped you when you used to be an adventurer. I'm gonna turn around and head out.
It was a pleasure meeting you. Hope to see you again soon.
I usher everyone else out.
She just
Wait.
leans back in her chair, and the mage hand disappears as she catches the ball and keeps doing the same thing. Toss, catch, toss, catch.
I think she took an arrow to the knee. That's what made her a secretary.
I think you're right.
There is no wedding ring.
What?
There is no engagement ring.
Oh, I
You
didn't say.
real- No, that's what an arrow to the
That's-
knee means.
Yeah,
Is that they got married.
yeah. You know, you have to drop
you know how
on
you
a knee.
kneel to propose?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
meant like getting-
That's you know, showing that, you know, you were struck by Cupid's arrow, kneeling down to.
I was going off of like Skyrim, but then maybe they were actually
That's what they
Talking about
based
that.
it off of.
yeah. But
Yep.
the guy actually got shot by.
Arrows in knees. Most of the time, they would die.
I thought of the WoW thing.
I went to the Viking thing.
No, I was going to Skyrim.
well, do you want to go cause some havoc in a fancy hotel and go get Cade?
I don't cause havoc, but yeah, let's go.
It's
Galen,
one
you
of
know
the
where
two
the
of you.
Galen, they always let you in, no problem. So anyways, you all walk back across town. At this point, Cade, since it took them 2 hours to get here, you are just starting your cleaning process. It'll take them roughly about 1 hour to get there. I would like Cade to roll me a dexterity check, and I would like everyone else in the other group to roll a dexterity check as well.
Check or save?
Check.
Check.
So, after the introduction of fuckery to be had, Flea and Forrest are first inside of the hotel in his room. Cade, as you are walking back to your room wearing your nice, lovely bathrobe, Flea and Forrest, you had roughly about 5 minutes. What did you do?
In his room?
Yeah.
I would have investigated his room a bit.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm gonna look under the.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation. Go for it.
I want to like investigate around, but I'm gonna end at his bed. So like I'm just sitting like on his bed, like staring
start
at the door
under
that
his
he comes
bed.
through.
I start under his bed.
12.
Cool. You as well, Flea.
All right. I know I can find something interesting in this room, so I'll do that. Oops,
Wrong eye. Wrong eye. Hey! Cade, do you have any secret magazines or anything that you hid away?
No, Kate actually doesn't. His gold's there though.
Piss on guards
Oh.
weekly.
His items are there. Shampoo, fine clothes, cigarette rain, pictures of families, and letters back home.
Portraits of family. Pictures aren't a thing yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he have a journal?
Sorry. Sure. Yeah.
What else?
So, you open up the door and you see Flea is sitting beside Forrest on your bed reading your journal out loud. And on this day, yep, he did actually piss on a guard.
He called it out too. That's the funniest part, Flea.
Yeah.
Oh, up on the wall. It'll say up on the wall. Guard called us to get down. Cade unknowingly pissed on the guard. Like, oh, I gotta take a piss. And pissed on the guard.
So this is how you got arrested.
Oh,
Decent
Forrest.
exposure.
That's what we're. That could be another one right now.
I doubt the guard could have seen anything.
Hey, now don't.
Are
be
you
mean.
speaking from experience or assumption?
He can't help how he was born. Don't be mean.
Do you mind putting up the journal?
Huh?
Do you mind putting up the journal? That would be private property, please.
Yeah. Flea, make sure you lock it with the heart key.
Thank you.
Sorry, we were just waiting.
Around this time, Galen and Gray both walk around the corner where you see Cade in his bathrobe and Forrest and Flea just smiling at him like little schoolgirls.
Gray will. Do you want us to give you a few minutes?
It's up to you. I don't care.
Uh,
If you would like to get out, it would be preferable, but not the end of the world.
Flea, let's let him change.
Humans are weird. Let's go. Let's give him some privacy.
Do you not change?
I am planning to change.
I didn't mean you. I meant Gray.
We do, but even what he's showing right now is
A lot.
for my culture. Yes.
Look who I'm friends with, and I point to Galen.
I just wave.
I've
All
seen more of Galen than I have of any other being
Then
in
you'd want
existence.
to.
That included.
Flea, out of curiosity, would you have played with the leather mask with no eye sockets, but a very large metal hoop where the mouth is?
I would have looked at it.
That stuff, you don't know who it belongs to, but a lot of stuff like that is.
It's under the bed.
Oh yeah, I remember that stuff's there.
Yeah.
Does it look like it's been? Because I was under the bed one other time, and I think I ran into some stuff. Does it look like it's moved since the last time I saw it?
No. But it does still smell used. So yeah, you all walk into the hallway as I assume Cade is changing with privacy and dignity.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully. At least I get something.
Alrighty. So, 8.5 minutes later, you're all bored out of your minds, and eventually Cade opens up the door with his hair somehow blow-dried, and styled perfectly.
Okay. Are you ready for the day?
Yes, we made our tax payment, so officially I can continue business for the next year. And I need something to help fund that business for the next year.
How much do you need?
More or less hoping we could take another look at the board. Would you be in on that?
I am always down.
Good.
Oh,
You know, eventually people are going to start asking for a name for our group if we keep accepting all these jobs.
Well, we should incorporate.
Saves on
Would
taxes.
we have to be a part of the union if we did that?
No,
No, you
be-
could start a limited liability company.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
We can walk and talk on ideas. Anyone have any ideas as we go start heading towards the board?
I like Pyramid Inc.
But that wouldn't
Pink for short.
Pink for short. It wouldn't post a lot of Miss Gray because a lot of people are probably gonna go to Miss Gray's shop if we do that. If you don't mind, Miss Gray.
It makes sense.
Sounds good to me. If Miss Gray is okay with using the shop as the base.
For the Morningwood Adventurers of Pyramid Inc.
I do just like the Morning Woods.
Pretty hard. Okay. We can.
You know, I didn't realize any of that whenever I named the shop. So.
And then you realize how
vulgar humans are. Yes.
Vulgar common can be. Yeah.
Don't speak for all of us. Please do not speak for all of us.
You peed on a guard.
I was.
You're with us down in the slums, buddy.
I was excessively inibbed at the time.
Which would put you into that category.
That's not the only thing that happened that night.
Don't.
Please tell me more, Galen. Come here. Come here. Did I tell you how much I like you, Galen?
I will burn your work supplies, Galen. If you speak.
Galen isn't that.
Can you burn leather and metal?
Yes, you can for enough heat.
I didn't know you could produce that much heat. I don't know. There's usually a lot of friction with all that, though.
Galen smirks when Kate says that, but ignores Forrest as walking along.
So, Galen, what were you doing when Cade was
fornicating with the guard's son? That's when he got arrested.
Was the
Well, should we get some pastries or something? Oh, look at the nice little library.
Yeah, wow, I'm gonna go to this quest board.
It was sons actually.
Oh yes.
No, not at the same time, at least.
It's very impressive.
Humans have no morals.
Yeah, no. Anyways, you all make it over towards one of the quest boards in town. Name one. And you see the current quests that are available. And I'll bring that up on stream, so anybody who is interested to look at them may look at them.
The beast has awoken.
Great timing.
There we go.
There's a few that are talking to me right now.
Give me a second. I have to refresh, apparently, because once I close it, I can't reopen it. Thank you, roll 20.
Fighting some ruffians sounds fun. Maybe.
Oh, this must be the people that they were talking about and been searching for in the city.
Oh, they broke up from the city.
Yes, we could either help with that, or if we go outside of Minori Nagare, we don't have to worry about the dangerous criminals that are running around. Where is Minori? Do we know? Is that outside?
I have the map that I.
Yeah, you have a map. All right, so.
Oh, that's right.
Minori Nagari stretches from here all the way past Claytel, and it goes along here next to Fuke Lake.
Okay. Yeah, so if we went out there, then we wouldn't have to worry about all the ruffians that are about in town.
That sounds good.
I could use getting out of town for a little while
Going out of town again?
before I turn into the secretary.
Looking at the job about the pit, we might have to pick up some gear. But it seems like no issue. But
And
yeah.
if you
Yes, please.
and Cade, if you end up drinking, we'll be out in the woods, so it'll be okay to.
No, we're
be
never
good.
gonna get it down, are you? Alright, you'll find out.
I'm just trying to help. We don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I was trying to help.
Thank you.
Galen just smiles.
Okay.
Well, yeah, so climbing gear.
Climbing gear.
Oh, so we're definitely doing the pit.
The pit seems like pretty interesting choice. Match. Think of it.
I have to get out of the city. The secretary, we don't do very well in towns. If you can.
They are calling. They also are calling for a group of magic users. If someone of your select talents would be useful, of course.
What talents are those?
Magical in nature. It could be also your flute skills, for all we know.
Or your aim.
So we need to find this Corvi coach.
Yes.
Do either of you know that name? Looking at like Kate, do you three know that name? Cade, Gray, and Galen.
Parlor.
Yeah, roll a history check.
All three of those people can roll history checks.
I'm still thinking of jokes, apparently.
I'm rolling bad today.
Alrighty, Cade. You're surprised Galen doesn't recognize the name, because the Corvi family is one of the more predominant families in Alona. They have their own house, their own entire block of storage units inside of Shanti's Rest, or Shanti's Rim. And, well, you remember there was a mix-up with Galen and a few of the Corvi family members. Oh, sorry, Coach family members. Coach is the surname. Cordovi is the first name. And he may or may not have had very intimate relations with a couple of married men in that family. Muted. Nope. There we go.
There we go. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
On a scale of 1 to probably assault us on sight. So 1 to 10. Where would they scale when they see Galen?
It's kind of hard to tell. You weren't there for all of that. You just have heard from Galen about this stuff.
Knowing nobles, can I estimate-ish?
Well, usually, I mean, it's actually quite common that people in noble families will have relations outside of that marriage circle that they get into. The situation usually comes up when people find out about it, especially if it might be something that a culture would not be accepting of, i.e., being gay. However, as far as you know, in Alona in particular, they don't really give a fuck about that. Just doesn't really matter.
Yeah, not worried more about that. I'm more worried about the sanctity of marriage issue.
Oh, they're nobles. Marriage isn't sanctifying. It's political.
It's a business trade-off.
Yeah.
Marriage, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'll give you this much land. Like,
Okay.
that's it.
Okay. Okay, we can do deals with them. I know of them. Do I know exactly where their house is?
That you do not. You just see that it's in Parlour.
We have to go to Porlor for them. Don't worry, Gail. We're gonna see an old, good old few friends again of yours.
Oh, sure. I doubt anyone would recognize me.
Because you have clothes
Anyway.
on now?
He's not wearing the mask.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Actually, several of them were into furries, so I was kind of dressed. I was dressed, but just differently.
So like tabaxi and stuff like that?
Oh.
It's a furry.
How much does it again cost to do the modified memory again?
1,500
guard.
gold.
Just good to
We're
know.
looking for the Corvée coach to fulfill one of these contracts on here. Where can we find him?
I don't know these people.
The guard looks over at you. The Koch family has their own estate. Just look for something covered in seas.
I see now with the Koch family.
Took you a while.
Right.
Well, he threw me off when he said the Corvée family, so I was like...
Let me go to Parlor now. Parlor.
Oh, we are in Parlor.
Are we
No. Yeah. No.
Yeah, we are.
You're
in
in no. You're in Shanti's Rim.
He's right
That's
now.
where Kadamas is, but you move closer to Parlor for one of the quest boards because they have a lot of them. Honestly, Kai is such a slut, and Galen's backstory is so different from Gabe's. You guys seem to want to go for it. You keep bringing it up too. I don't know what's going on. So yeah.
Not this session, but
Yeah.
So we need to go find the estate with all the seas.
Let's go find that side of town.
All right, everybody. Investigation roll.
I'll give myself guidance.
Sure.
18.
Okay. So, not Flea and not Kate. As you are walking through the area, you go by a handful of the different homes that are nicer in this area. And Galen, you start going, huh. Wow. This place looks a little familiar. Can't really put your finger on it. And then you start noticing all of the hedges are shaped in different, very beautiful trimmings. Every single one of them is cut into perfect angles, perfect shapes that are beautiful.
oh yeah, I remember this place. This way.
And he points over at a home that its front hedges are literally C's. There are two C's interlocking between one another. There's C's across everything you see. Even the tiled road that you were walking on is backward C, forward C, backward C, forward C, all interlocking all the way up the driveway.
Well,
Places.
Oh,
let's go talk
I
to the
wasn't
seaman.
insinuating prostitution with this one. It was more of a, well, you fucked them. Who knows? Maybe you do it for free.
Not when you can get paid.
If you do something well, never do it for free.
I
Exactly.
agree. So yeah, all of you see it, but Flea, you don't understand. I mean, it's not everything.
and there's no men. It's just weird shapes, half circles.
Well, seems we found the right place. Galen, is this the right place?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Kate, do you want to strike up a conversation with?
I thought it'd be good
Whoever's
for
here?
Galen.
Yep.
Should Galen do it since he already has a
Since,
good?
he knows the seaman.
He already has his foot in the door.
Probably not a good idea, and it was the back door that I know about.
I was
Yeah,
just about to say that you did go in through the back door last time, so yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna say,
The servant store.
The servant too.
So you did serve him. Or so.
Jesus.
Oh, fucking hell.
D&D, people, D&D. So anyways,
I don't need to be talking to these people. They will not hire us in a second.
Do you want me or do you want me, Galen, to talk to the front door servant?
the front door opens up. Excuse me, what are all of you doing here?
We're here to take up your job offering that was posted up by, let me say his name correctly, make sure. Corvie's coach.
I don't think that's him.
I
No,
am the butler, sir.
They never answer their own doors.
Very well.
No.
Be sure to wipe your feet off as soon as you enter into the home. They gesture with their hand for all of you to enter.
I make sure to wipe my feet, and I come in.
Galen is looking away. You sure guys don't want me to stay outside so I don't
No. Come in.
Oh, Master Galen, are you here for another visit? You've never seen the front, parlor room. Like, you've never seen this area, the foyer. Like, this is nice.
We're here for the job award.
You have picked up
job.
adventuring, then.
I'm multi-talented.
Very good, sir.
You got.
So, the butler heads upstairs. All of you, please make yourselves comfortable. There is a restroom over to your right.
You can have refreshments.
I will fetch some momentarily.
Thank you.
Of metal and men. Anyways, he goes up the stairs. After a few moments, he comes back down. I assume all of you are sitting down inside of the parlor room, just sinking into the comfy leather couches that sink way too far.
Are the couches like in the middle of the room,
Yep.
along the walls? Okay.
Hey, just keeping appearances
just-
straight, shoulder back.
I have just managed to pull myself out of the too comfy couch.
Are there books?
There are bookshelves with books.
Are there books on the bookshelf?
Yes, there's books on the
Okay,
bookshelf.
perfect. I'm gonna start looking through them.
All right, roll me investigation.
And while he's looking through the books,
Giving
I'm
myself
probably
guidance.
sitting next to the couch, like outside the couch, near like one of the end tables, like just kind of in a little cubby, like.
In the underside of the end table.
Yeah.
27,
Yeah.
okay. Alrighty, so you all are messing around. He comes back downstairs, walks over towards the dining hall. A few moments later, comes back with a tray of tiny little sandwiches. We have a delicacy prepared today that we got all the way from Belgium. Right here, we have this wondrous peanut blend that has been custardized and smoothed over very, very well, with the smallest little bits of nuts still actually inside, covered inside of a preserved jam that we have managed to produce here on the estate, made out of apricot and peach. We call it PB&J. And this is a delicacy.
And Galen was last here for a B&J.
I hate you all. I hate you all.
You sure he? I feel like he didn't really miss out on the P though.
But that was Cade.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's okay then.
I'm still only giving you one pun for this entire section. You know, it's all been the same thing.
Go.
But anyways, he puts down the tray and walks back out towards the main foyer and just positions himself up towards the stairs, standing there. Are any of
Okay.
you eating?
I will have one.
I'm looking through the books.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the other person to come down.
Okay. So
Listen,
Gray,
I'm
you.
just-
Ooh.
And then I'm like, peanut butter. Need water.
Never had it before.
So.
Never had it before?
Mm-mm.
So.
Yeah, I don't.
Forrest, this bookshelf down here is honestly something you can find pretty interesting. As you are looking across it, there are books outlining different practitioners of magic and the capability of harnessing magic from natural essences and auras in order to produce desired magical effects, sometimes by altering somebody's own magical essence within themselves in order to control them, manipulate them, force them to do things that you would like, as well as other forms of magic in order to pull at that essence inside of an individual to yank it free of them, causing them to take a tremendous amount of damage that can be very life-altering to anybody who is living. And it all seems to be practitioners of magic such as this and ways to harness natural magics within the territories around you.
Yeah, I'm opening this book and just reading.
Oh, that's most of the shelf.
Oh, that's most of the shelf.
Yeah.
I'm moving books onto the ground and just like applying myself right there.
Already.
I'm going to snag a random book from that shelf and replace it with How to Serve Man.
Roll me a sleight of hand, please.
Oh,
No, I can do this really well.
Oh yeah, you have the gloves now.
oh yeah.
Okay, so now sleight of hand.
With advantage.
Oh, sweet.
Chris is not happy with this one. Oh,
26.
Despite the fact that you are in the periphery vision of the butler, you manage to scoot over right next to Forrest, kind of like lean over his shoulder, put it up there and take something else and put it in your bag before scurrying back over and sitting down. After you do that, and Forrest has already begun like studying much more deeply. You all hear a very loud upstairs, followed by what sounds like hefty footsteps coming downstairs.
Forrest, do you mind picking up the books for a sec? Seems like our next employer is coming.
That's great. This is kind of critical.
Or at least have one open.
I only have one open
I thought you said you
in front
took...
of me.
Yeah,
I
there's
do
a whole
have
bunch
them
of
all
other
now.
ones on the floor, though.
Yeah, but this is the only one open.
Do you mind picking up the ones on the floor? Back up. You can read them as you need while we
Sure.
go to this conversation.
Rounding the corner is a 6'4" human man, middle-aged with a receding hairline, but is flowing back. Long gray hair sits right past his shoulders. Very broad shoulders, looks about the width of any two of you put together. With a very big open chest that is like projected forward, with a gullet that definitely seems well developed in his comfortable living, stepping forward with a cane in his hand. The individual has very hefty footsteps, and when you look at any piece of this individual, the immediate thing you think of is that man is a fucking mountain.
Hey, long time no see.
This is the father of the, or cousin or nephew. It's hard to really keep track of all of it. He looks over at you. It is good to see you,
Question, Joe,
person. Huh?
would it be Lord or Sir to address properly?
Sir.
Sir? Just make sure.
So, all of you are the adventurers looking to work for me.
Yes, sir. We are looking to take up on your job opportunity.
You listen to his very hefty footsteps directly over top of you, Forrest, and the cane pushes down on the book, forcing it to the ground in your hands. Yeah, you have to keep moving your neck. Muted.
God, you're tall.
We have comfortable couches for a reason. Do you mind going to sit on
Can I take the book with me?
that one?
Okay. Goes and sits down.
Jeffrey!
Oh, God.
The butler comes in here and starts picking up all the books and puts them onto the
I feel
shelves.
so bad for Jeffrey.
So you go over and sit on the couch, and he looks at everybody else. Please, sit down on the couch.
I sit.
Rick goes and sits.
Sit.
Flea, are you
Eating
still
another
hiding underneath the end
sandwich.
table?
Yeah.
Somebody's mic is full open and staticky. There we go. So, my name is Corvi Coach. I am a retired adventurer, one of the first families to travel over to Conmorto. One of the first people to survive its riches and landscape. Before we had cities being thrown up as if they were simple little developments. I was the one packing through the mountains, the forests, fighting bears with my hands, and being sure that nothing could harm those of you who would come later.
Is it-
Gray keeps her indigenous mouth shut.
It is a pleasure to
Well,
meet you.
Keep in mind, the first settlers were good with the people native to this land. No problem at all.
I know, but he's
they
just
were
the whole, like,
welcomed.
we're the first one to do that. And I'm like, yeah, first
Yeah,
one to figure
sure
out.
thing, buddy. We weren't ahead of you by 5,000 years.
Yeah,
Pleasure to meet you. I am Kadamas Cade.
He sticks out his hand and squeezes yours. Athletics. Oh, strength save.
Save, and now time to do a performance. I'll get betting next. Strength save, 11.
Deception check.
Deception, okay. 21.
Alrighty. A single tear rolls down your face, but nothing else shows the fact that man nearly crushed your fucking hand. It's kind of, you would relate his grip probably to someone of your family.
Yep.
Very good. Strong grip, boy. And then pats you on the shoulder. Gray, with your passive, his hand is like a little twisted right now.
Hand at my
there's like a little pat on the shoulder.
And, of course, as such, I, unfortunately, bound by my nature, have become a little too old in age to be adventuring still. So, I decided to start capturing the magic and the knowledge of this land and recording it for future generations to be
I
able
see
to
that.
enjoy. Were you
Did you write-
interrupting me, boy?
I was saying that you did very well. This is well written.
Do not interrupt me.
Okay. I'm just gonna go back to my book.
And as such, whenever a phenomenon happens, I become tirelessly obsessed about it. How knowledgeable are you with the singularity of this land?
Stares
history
and
check.
indigenous.
History check, Gray.
Stares and indigenous. I'm gonna use my advantage.
Go for it.
23.
There's a lot of random events that happen around this area. Most of the time they're pretty minor, once every couple of years, 5 years or so at the latest. That could be, a random pit has opened up and swallowed up half of a forest. It could be this new breed of creature comes into existence and starts terraforming an area in its own image. That has happened numerous times in this area. And then every 50 to 100 years, there's a much, much bigger event. And all of these events tied together are called singularities.
I will refer. I'll ask. Hey, are you talking about this or this or this? Kind of basically rehashing that information.
He looks over at you and reaches into his lapel, pulling out a little monocle. I did not notice I was speaking to one of the Abakwa. I apologize for being disrespectful.
Most of us don't make it this far west.
That is true. But yes, that is what I'm referring to. And as such, in my old age, I cannot go out there and investigate myself, so I must rely on the newer generation to do it for me. This job will pay you fairly well. Looking by the looks of most of you, very well. Though, if you are only in this for the money, leave. You are going to be pursuing knowledges about this world that matter far more greatly to all of us. You'll be pursuing, hopefully, something that can save lives in the future. So, this is your opportunity right now. Are you in it for the money, or are you in it for the glory?
Would it be fair to say both?
Yeah, fair.
I would have to say a little bit of both in my case. Looking more towards the glory, though. Looking to my friend reading the book, he, though, is more in the pursuit of knowledge.
You answered it for me. Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
you had me at knowledge. It just goes back to hopefully trying to finish this book.
I'm just here to keep this guy out of trouble and keep him from pissing on anyone else.
Duh.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to piss off anyone else.
He taps on the top of the table that you're underneath, Flea, with his cane. Tink, tink. Gray religion check, Flea nature check. Okay. The head of his cane is a diamond goose. Flea, the most deadly and terrifying of all predators found inside of the natural kingdom. Gray, a significant religious order of individuals who call themselves the Golden Goose. They believe themselves to be pursuers of knowledge outside of the mundane and have integrated themselves into most of the native lives here in this territory.
Your goose is not golden.
No, because gold does not conduct magic very well. But he looks through the table's lid at you, Flea, with his monocle.
I wave.
And what about you, little one?
Well, I'm just like my my brother over there. Knowledge, of course. It's most important.
He looks at the other 4 people in the room, very confused. Very well. So, if this is the job you all wish to take, then I must tell you exactly what it is you will be doing. Right after break, everybody. So, everybody, we will be right back.